Azam Part 132. Motilal Nehru therefore deputed Parshottam Das and Thakur Das. Motilal Nehru therefore deputed Parshottam Das and Thakur Das to persuade Jinnah before Shaukat Ali could do any further damage. When Jinnah returned to India, he did not immediately proclaim his support for Nehru's recommendation. Instead, with uncharacteristic caution, he chose to first sound Muslim opinion. The Lucknow Muslim League Council meeting, which he convened for the purpose, proved less conclusive than Jinnah would have liked, and no decision was forthcoming. This absence of unanimity made it difficult, indeed even impolitic, for him to open negotiations with the Congress on the subject. It is this impasse that had then led Motilal Nehru to lament at the Calcutta Congress in December 1928. It is difficult to stand against the foreigner without offering him a united front, but it is not easy for us. Jawaharlal too had thought deeply on the causes of the communal deadlock that frustrated the 1928 Nehru report and blocked the Round Table Conference. He came to a somewhat similar conclusion that this political bargaining and haggling would not take country for, because whatever offer we make, however high or bid might be, there is always a third party which can bid higher, and what is more, give substance to its words. This third and controlling party inevitably plays the dominant role and hands out its gifts to the prize of its choice. Events, however, kept rolling and decisively before the League next meet at Calcutta in December of 1928. Another powerful section of the support seceded. This was Khilafat section, which had already repudiated the Nehru report. Clearly, the indefatigable Ali brothers had been working overtime. When the League did finally meet in Calcutta, it decided to elect a delegation for the Ali Party's convention, authorizing them to settle all understanding communal issues. Subsequently, after joint meeting of the Muslim League and the Khilafat delegates with the subcommittee of all parties conventions, Jinnah and T.A.K. Sherwani put forward the following demands. These had now grown from the earlier 4 to the present 7 ones. Some commentators, though, have recorded these as 6. In all probabilities, Jinnah was responsible for this demand of 33% representation at the center. This had been one of his 4 proposals in March 27, and he had every reason to stick to it unbendingly, principally because his Muslim followers in the Central Assembly, and particularly those from the minority provinces, had been very critical of the Nehru report. On precisely this issue, Jinnah's insistence in defense of his demand that the extra seats should be distributed to give weightage to the minority provinces is no doubt a reflection of his appreciation of this sentiment. The reception to these demands of course, Nehru report has certainly destroyed all the work of the Hindu-Muslim ambassador, and in fact they had tried to shatter all the great work done by the participation of 2 parties. And of course, it showed their fanaticism And yes, it was the fanaticism on the part of the leaders of Congress, the Hindu majority, of course.